Hi everybody and welcome to this qualifying round playthrough for Expert Division tournament wins for the President's Cup on the brand new Quail Hollow course in Golf Clash. Hope you're all doing well and the best of luck for your rounds. Please hit thumbs up on the video, would massively help me out. And make sure you're a subscriber as well. Totally free to do so. Replays and adjustments coming for all 9 holes. We've got a minus 18 already, and for any that I didn't drop, I'm going to give you some tweaks and suggestions of how you can improve and modify what you see on screen to get them shots to drop for you as well. Leave me a comment, let me know how you're getting on, and be sure to join us here on the channel at the weekend for the final round content as well. Best of luck, let's go with hole number 1. I'm going to start with a nice hole-in-one here and a very simple one-on-one adjustment. We're going to use the sniper, setting up with a power 3 ball, and we're going to find a complete minimum distance line. 3.2 backspin and 3 bars side spin to the left. Kingmaker or a Kingslayer ball, I would recommend keeping the wind below 8 miles an hour if you can. I've not tested it with anything above 8 miles per hour. There you can see I'm finding the min line. Second bounce just where the green meets the fringe, and the ball guide, tip of the ball guide, you can see pointing to the corner of that green square above and right of the pin. So you've got loads of references there to help you find the correct spot once you've added spin. 1-to-1 means we are going to adjust the same amount of rings for the wind. So 7.2 in wind, I'm going to adjust 7.2 rings. Simple as that. Then we are going to take our shot. Obviously this shot, as with any playthrough, will be subject to some wind angle tweaks depending what wind angle and wind strength you get. So use these as a starting point. Take a token or two to dial in some tweaks yourself if you can, but very nicely in for a hole-in-one here on this first par 3. Hole number 2 here in Expert in the tougher brackets is going to be a must eagle because of the wind angle we need to get to green or close. 4 top spin, 2 left spin. Add spin first and then set up with the ball guide pointing there to the edge of the rough, just where it juts out into the fairway. This is at max distance with APOC 5+, and indeed APOC 4. You're going to have to push up more afterwards though. Top spin, might want to vary it if you get higher wind than I do in the video, and the same if you get low wind, you might want to click more top spin, but take a token or two if you're able to. Max plus 10, power 5, then with APOC 5 and above, we're going to push up 11 yards. With APOC 4, you will be pushing up 18 yards. Full left curl, maximum overpower, slower needle with APOC 5+. APOC 6 curl here. If you've got slightly less than that with your club level, you might want to aim a couple of clicks to the left to compensate, but you're still going to be on the fairway, I would imagine. Great right does risk rolling into the rough or the bunker, so be advised, try and hit perfect with that nice slow needle. Second shot there is going to be a nice no spin end bringer, showing you the wedge here just very quickly. If you don't know the no spin end bringer school method, check out my Quick Fire Academy tutorial video on that topic. It's available on the playlist on the channel homepage. I estimate this to be 60% on the slider, no spin, ball guide to hole, and it's going to be 20% elevation, power 5 settings. Great left on the driver, minor 1, you should be fine. Might put you a little bit closer to the pin, but this is an idea anyway. Nice simple end bringer to secure the eagle on hole 2. Now on to the long par 5, and it's not the easiest of wind angles. It's not headwind, but it's not direct tailwind either. So we've got to work for the eagle. I'm going to suggest you go with the extra mile 9, unless you have APOC 6+. Maybe APOC 7 would be best, really. If not, go with the extra mile 9. We're going to go with full top spin. Stretch out and aim just right centre of fairway, because we want to try and get a glitch roll. Max plus 10, power 5. Be careful, the bunker does mess up your adjustment, so you might need to go slowly there. Push back up to max after adjusting. Then we're going to go full overpower. It's a full shaky needle. If you've got a power 5 ball with a better needle stability, I might consider going with that if you've got to go with the extra mile 9. I think you're okay with a minor great ball here. Double greats, probably not going to be okay. So use what club you can. Like I say, higher level APOC is going to be easier, but we want to get this ball around 450 yards to be in with a chance of getting to green in 2. Cataclysm or Big Dog, whichever is the best stats for you. 2 left spin, and in the video I go with 4.5 top spin. I would suggest you go with 5 bars of top spin. Stretch out, have the second bounce just beyond the rough before the green. Look at how many rings I'm stretching into overpower. It's 4.2 in this instance. That's because we're going to need to push up and overpower combination to get to that total of rings. So I'm just going to check that once more. Just over 4 rings is what I need to achieve. I'm going to adjust max plus 20 because of the crosswind here. It's fairly hefty wind with a berserker and expert. So max plus 20. Then 4.2 rings I need to borrow back. I'm going to push as many as I can. Let's see how many I can push. Looks like 3.5, 3.6. Leaves me about half a ring to a ring, about 0.7 rings of overpower left. So that's what I'm going to apply. Any remaining rings I apply as overpower. Then, of course, we're going to try and hit perfect. Primary objective is just get the ball over there. You see we bounce over the rough nicely. Approaches the pin, not threatening, but that bit of extra top spin will get you closer. But by all means, just get a nice drive down there, get onto green and get your eagle. Hole number 4, we have an eagle. It's quite a technical approach shot, but I will talk you through it in detail. First of all, though, we've got to get the drive right. Set up with the quarterback before spin at maximum distance with a power 3 ball. Ball guide pointing in between the first and second flag there in the rough. Then we're going to switch to the apocalypse. 5.5 top spin is what I go with in the end. 5.5 top spin, so not full with the Apoc 6, and we're going obviously with side spin to the right as well, as you could see there. Maximum distance 10% elevation is the adjustment. We're a 7.8 mile per hour wind. It's going to mean I just, for my club level, 6.1. So max plus 10, power 3. Then we're going to go full overpower. It's a slow needle. Curl to the right. Look at the vertical line from the tee. Bottom of the tee should be level with the inside tip of the triangle on the right side of the adjustment ring. So that's a visual reference I'm using for the curl. Full overpower, it's a nice slow needle. I don't go with 5.8 top spin, like I said. 5.4, 5.5, because we don't want to roll too long. 368, 369, anywhere around there, it's going to be absolutely fine. Second shot, we're going to play rings from min. Now, be careful here. First thing to say, great right is not safe. Find a minimum distance line. Push up, it's going to be about 5 rings, but always count yourself to have the bullseye just where the ball guide gets clipped away by the rough. Then we add spin as needed to get the ball guide past the hole, and it needs to go over the right edge of the cup. So you can see there, it's about 2.5 green squares beyond the pin, and it's over the right hand side of the cup. Okay, now you'll see the bullseye just on the edge of the rough. Don't worry about that. We're going to do rings from min, minus 15% elevation, power 1 settings. Now for 5 rings from min, that is 12% on the slider. Power 1 settings comes out at 5.3 rings. You've got to hit perfect. Great left is still safe, you will roll out. Of course you'll miss the eagle. Great right will, absolutely will miss the rough, and you will go out of bounds. So consider yourself advised. A great right is not going to end well. Play only if you are confident on hitting perfect. If you're worried about a great right, bounce up with backspin, play a standard shot, get your birdie that way. But even though it's a technical shot, it's been dropping nicely for me here on hole 4. Hole in 1 here on hole number 5, very, very good chance with a rough bump. I would recommend you keep the wind below 8 miles per hour if you can. Not tested it with higher winds, so just a word of warning there, but I think you'll be okay. 1 top spin, 2 bars left spin, and then I'm going to find my position here. The yellow ring touching the edge of the bunker, and the ball guide, I think I'll zoom in on that for you if I remember. Yes, I do. It's missing to the right of the pin. I'm just shunting my position up there. Missing to the right of the pin, but it's level with the pin. So you can see there, probably about a cup to the right, depending on your reference point. So there's the things I'm looking for, aiming this shot, setting it up. Then the adjustment is minimum distance, 5% elevation, power 2 settings. Very important to use power 2 settings here, regardless of the fact we're using a Kingmaker. So minimum distance, 5% elevation, power 2 settings, and this will bounce very nicely into the rough and track beautifully for a hole in one here on hole number 5. Just taking a moment here to remind you all, I will be live streaming again after quite a long break this coming Sunday evening here in the UK. Join me. I've got a few questions to ask you all. You can ask me some questions as well. There will be some fun things as well, and maybe a couple of giveaways as well. So pop in, become a subscriber. You'll be able to chat live on stream. Join me there. I look forward to catching as many of you as possible on Sunday for the end of season 52 stream. On to hole number 6 we go, and we've got a cross tailwind here. Going to go with 5.5 top spin, 3 bars side spin to the left, setting up at plus 10 with the APOC 5 and above. Level 5 and 6 can have the blue ring touching the rough. APOC 4 will be setting up at max with a power 3 ball. Then I'm going to push adjust my rings, otherwise the trees are going to be in the way. So going to push these max plus 10 here. Max plus 10, 8.4 wind for my APOC level 7 is an adjustment of 6.6 rings, I believe, looks like that. Then we are going to go with 1 ball of curl to the left, just before the circle drops. Therefore, that's my method of judging if I'm overpowering or not. I just go to the point where the circle drops and then just the click before that, and that's what you need to replicate so you get a similar drive distance from me, because I don't use grid lines. 358 yards drive distance there. Second shot we are going to play with our sniper. I always start with finding a position with 3 right spin and about 2 top spin. Then there is a little sticky spot you can look for where the second bounce doesn't move that much. Then I would re-spin, as I've done here. Just take a click of top spin off, a little bit of right spin off if need be, have the ball guide pointing at the hole, but you could see there in the video it's stopping slightly short. Now plus 5 landing position, I'm going to go true club distance, 15% elevation but power 2 settings. So plus 12 is max, that would be 100% slider. You're going 2.5% per yard, so plus 8 would therefore be 90%, and so on. So plus 5 here, I'm playing 82% slider, 15% elevation. Don't drop it here in this video. I did drop it with one of my attempts, but wasn't screen recording, which was a real pain. Just need to be careful of my aim there. I wasn't quite at the right point, but the speed was good. Just aiming another click over to the right, that would have gone in for a lovely albatross. But there's a very nice route down there to the pin using that approach. Hole number 7 is a tricky approach shot here, but let's have a look at the drive first of all. Going to add spin, 5.8 top spin, 1 bar side spin to the left, and look at the ball guide. I want to aim, counting from left to right, I want to aim at the first flag, so the left hand flag there. So ball guide aiming at the first flag, and then we are going to aim at the top of plus 10 yards with the APOC 5 and above. APOC 4 would be at max distance. That's why I'm just backing up there from max with APOC 6, just to show you that you can play this with APOC 4 and above. Want to cater for slightly lower club level. Max plus 10 is the adjustment. With an APOC 4 it will take you into overpower, but only slightly, so add whatever you adjust into onto your shot. No curl, just a straight up perfect ball. This drive has been a nice consistent length for me. I did try a few different aim points and there are occasional glitch rolls, but here was pretty consistent, around 355 to 360. Second shot is tricky to find a consistent landing point. There are a lot of sticky spots here. I'm going here with 2 backspin, 1 left spin, and then you'll see I move my target around at max distance, and I'm trying to find an area where the ball guide doesn't move and the second bounce doesn't move that much. And it will take a while to get used to this one. Just tweaking the spins a little bit, but I'll zoom in on the ball guide offset, because if you aim at the pin, I'm always missing to the left. So I'm going to aim about a green square and a half to the right of pin. It will need a bit of a tweak here though, but for reference I'm playing this one at max distance of club. I'm going to play max numbers, 10% elevation, so max plus 10 here. If you find a slightly better set of spins and a better landing position, leave me a comment, let me know. I had a few goes at this one, varying results. I didn't drop it, but I got close. This was the closest I came on this one. I would suggest just backing up with the tip of the ball guide slightly. The line is perfect, but we're coming in too hot and we skim over the edge of the cup there. So it's something to work on. It's a tough drop though here on this par 4, hole number 7. Lots of elevation needed here in this wind angle because we've got predominantly crosswind with a little bit of tailwind. Going with the Grizzly, and we're going to go with the Kingmaker, 6 backspin and 1 right spin. If you don't have that amount of backspin on your level of Grizzly, then switch to have a different long iron, but we need the backspin on this one to control the ball. Aiming there with the yellow ring touching the beginning of the fringe, tip of the ball guide just at the bottom left of the cup. Have a look at that because the wind's going to push us a little bit to the right with this wind angle. The adjustment here, max plus 55. Okay, max plus 55. Regardless of your level of Grizzly, I would be using Grizzly 9 numbers like I do in the video. And here I'm pulling twice over the bullseye. So 2 pulls over the bullseye just as accurately as you can. You've got to go in and out of the bunker, unfortunately. Tough par 3. It doesn't look difficult to begin with, but with this high second bounce using a lot of backspin can take a little bit of work to get something close. So max plus 55, be careful of wind angle. We are close to the bunker there, and you'll see if I just aim a couple of clicks higher, we'd have got that one in for a hole in one. So pay close attention to your wind strength and indeed your wind angle on that one. But very, very close with our max plus 55. Hole number 9, aggressive shot here. It is with a luminary because I feel that's the best chance to get the albatross. Obviously, if you haven't got any luminaries, you may have to just experiment with the berserker, but you'll have obviously more wind to deal with. But going to present this as an option because it's a very, very good chance if you've got the equipment for it. 5.8 top spin and 2 bars right spin. APOC 5 plus, set up at plus 24 yards with APOC 5 and 6, half of the blue ring inside the rough on the right. APOC 4, you'll have to set up at plus 30 and you will have a shaky needle. The good thing about the APOC 5 and above setting up less than max distance with our max plus 0 adjustment means I'm going full overpower. The ball trail that you can see there is just touching the outside tip of the triangle there, so have a look at that for your curl reference to the right. Like I said though, APOC 4 you're going to have a full speed needle. Try and hit perfect if you can. We want distance here in order to play with the sniper, and that's the goal because it gives you the best chance at the albatross with the sniper. Anything around 402 to 410 is going to be absolutely fine. We're going to play landing position plus yards here, always 2 right spin, so we're not adjusting off into the water, and here it's going to be 2.6 or 2.7 backspin, and I'm looking at the red ring touching the rough line, ball guide through the hole. I just go with 1 extra click of backspin here, and then I'll zoom in on the ball guide for you right now, going 2 green squares through the hole. That's to compensate for the headwind. Plus 13 landing position with sniper 10. I'm playing this one 82% slider, power 5 settings, 5% elevation. Plus 15, you would then of course go with 87% slider, plus 14 will be 85, so you're alternating 2 or 3% per yard. That is with the sniper 10, of course. Untested with a berserker, higher winds mean you might push off the edge of the platform into the water, could cause you to lose distance. So if you want to try and dial this one in with a berserker, I would definitely go with a token or 2 first. We just sneak that in very nicely there, and we get the albatross here on hole number 9. Excellent opportunity if you want to go for it. Thank you much for watching this video for the President's Cup in the game of Golf Clash. Hope you found it useful. Finally, head on over to us on Facebook, search for BK Golf Clash and join our group. Loads of members there. There are some brilliant content creators providing free text guides, links to other channels as well, and some great discussion points, all designed to help you improve your game. So check out all the stuff here on the channel on YouTube, but also on Facebook as well. Thank you for watching and good luck in the President's Cup. Hope you all do well. See you soon. Take care. Bye for now.